Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's devotion for November 21st. Today's devotion is titled Beautifully Burdened, and the Bible reading is from Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 to 30. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." I awoke to pitch darkness. I hadn't slept more than 30 minutes, and my heart sensed that sleep wouldn't return soon. A friend's husband lay in the hospital, having received the dreaded news: the cancer is back, in the brain and spine now. My whole being hurt for my friends. What a heavy load. And yet, somehow my spirit was lifted through my sacred vigil of prayer. You might say I felt beautifully burdened for them. How could this be? In Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 to 30, Jesus promises rest for our weary souls. Strangely, his rest comes as we bend under his yoke and embrace his burden. He clarifies in verse 30, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." When we allow Jesus to lift our burden from our backs and then tether ourselves to Jesus' yoke, we become harnessed with him, in step with him in all he allows. When we bend under his burden, we share in his sufferings, which ultimately allows us to share in his comfort as well. My concern for my friends was a heavy burden, yet I felt grateful that God would allow me to carry them in prayer. Gradually, I ebbed back to sleep and awoke, still beautifully burdened, but now under the easy yoke and light load of walking with Jesus. What are you carrying today? How will you give that burden to Jesus? Thank you for joining me for today's devotion, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day.